Sa tatlo nyo, kayong tatlo ang nagbasa kung ano yung mga amendments na propose. So amongst the three of you, kahit kung kaharap namin tatlo, masasagot nyo kami na nabasa nyo yung kabuuan ng lahat ng amendments na pinag-uusapan kanina pa, or any amendments to these international health organizations. Is that true? Do you confirm that?
We will, if I may po,
Yes po, yes po.
We will.
Ito, November 22, 2023.
Dr. Francisco,
Yung sinabit
yan na.
signed by Secretary Herbosa.
So you confirm already, Dr. Francisco? Nandun sa amendment.
Isa lang din po yung nire-refer, na these refer to the working group on IHR. Ito po yung first meeting po ng IHR. Opo. Yung sinabi ko po kanina.
Hindi, ang tinatanong ko lang, Chair, okay na kami. Baka hindi rin ako maliwanag.
Actually, what we're trying to talk about is the human violation, the human rights violation, sana. But we dwell on the WHO, which I discuss as well. But since yun yung violent reaction coming from the members, no, with regards to the sovereignty of this nation, I fully agree with all of you.
Good morning po, Your Honor. My name is Dr. Rufino Francisco from the Epidemiology Bureau po of the International Health Regulations Unit.
Dr. Rufino, kanina ka pa naman nandito. Narinig mo naman yung exchange. Sinasabi na ikaw po o yung grupo ninyo would be the one in charge within the Bureau, Epidemiology Bureau, kayo yung unit doon on international health agreements or relations, also within the bigger DOH na may alam tungkol sa mga amendments na napropose dito sa mga international organizations such as WHO. Tama po ba yun? Do you confirm that?
Your Honor, we nagpo-provide po kami. Yes po, we review and provide our recommendations.
So itong kanina pang last meeting pa na nire-refer ni Chairman Dan na amendments na naganap last year o mararatify yung approval pa this year, na alam na, kanina pa naririnig, nabasa mo lahat ng amendments na ito?
If I may be...
Yes, of course.
Not in total po, yung the entirety of the
Yes, bakit po? Sige pa, parang sa team ninyo, may unit kayo, di ba? Ilan kayo sa unit na yun?
Tatlo pong.
Tatlo. Sa unit na yun, na tatlo kayo, meron pa bang parang hierarchy doon? May head?
Yes po.
O pare-pareho lang kayo?
Hindi po. Tatlo po kaming plantilla po. And then, ako po ngayon yung current head.
Yes. So, perfect pala. So, Dr. Rufino, sa tatlo nyo, kayong tatlo ang nagbasa kung ano yung mga amendments na propose. So, amongst the three of you, kahit kung kaharap namin tatlo, masasagot nyo kami na nabasa nyo yung kabuuan ng lahat ng amendments na pinag-uusapan kanina pa, or any amendments to these international health organizations. Is that true? Do you confirm that?
We will, if I may po.
Yes po, yes po.
We will submit na lang. Although these are publicly available din naman po dun sa...
Hindi po yun eh. Okay po yan. Okay yung public availability ng mga information or data na ito. And that is the way it's supposed to be. May EO pa nga kayo eh. Diba na kailangan anytime humingi kami, available yan. Pero it does not excuse you from being familiar with it personally. Na pwede namin, o kahit sino pwede magtanong sa'yo. Hindi po ibig sabihin na basta publicly available, hindi mo na kailangan basahin. So kayong tatlo po, nabasa nyo, familiar kayo?
With familiarity po.
Ano po?
With familiarity po, Your Honor.
Sige. Offhand lang sa lahat ng amendments na kanina pa binabaw, last minute sinabi ni Chairman Dan, meron ba tayong dapat kabahan tayo sa mga ito? Meron ka bang i-recommend sa hierarchy? Una kay Dr. Roque, sa director niya, hanggang kay Yusek Tayag, hanggang secretary, na i-veto natin yan.
Your Honor, these reviews po are not made by the IHR unit alone po. We provide a recommendation.
Yes. May recommendation ka. Meron ka bang mare-recommend doon na tingin ninyo?
This is with consultation din po with other offices that are in charge din po of the IHR.
We understand. Pero nagre-recommend ka, sabi nyo, di ba, yung unit ninyo, in consultation with the rest. So we assume by now na nabasa nyo na. I mean, not only you, but lahat nung kailangan magbasa nun within DOH. Kasi ano na eh, May na yung ano nun eh, di ba? So nabasa niya. Is there any amendment, whether in a special or regular meeting, in particular, itong sa Abril o Mayo, na iakit po ninyo sa hierarchy ng DOH na dapat magprotesta tayo doon?
Basing lang din po dun sa what happened in 2022 And up until today din po, wala naman po.
Wala naman.
Mr. Chair, Mr. Chair, may I interject?
Yes,
makita na natin yung mga salient point. The Chair would like to acknowledge the presence of Congresswoman Representative Laani Roque. Ang isa sa mga importante dyan na salient point, yung una nga, yung dati hindi tayo binded. So may guidelines sila, ngayon binded na tayo. Ang isang pinakamabigat dito, Mr. Chairman, itong Article 23. Yung Article 23, ang sinasabi dito, Digital Passenger Locator Forms. Ang ibig sabihin, doon po sa ating digital vaccine passport, yun na po ang gagamitin natin. And all our medical condition, all our medical profile will be on our vaccine passport, which is our cellphone. Wherein, kung baga, nandun na lahat po yung ating impormasyon. That will be a single digital worldwide network that will be adopted by this amendment. And that is very very crucial and very worrisome. Bakit? Kasi yung cellphone natin, lahat tayo will be compelled to be on that network na hawak ng World Health Organization.
Doc, with your permission, Chair, Dr. Rufino, narinig mo naman sinabi ni Chair Dan, nabasa mo rin po yun.
Article
At tama
23.
po yun. Tama yung interpretasyon ni Chairman Dan na magkakaroon tayo ng universal, digital
Health certificates.
health
Global
certificates
digital
na
health certificates.
matitrace raw, malalaman lahat ng impormasyon tungkol sa atin.
Article 36.
Tama po ba yun?
That amendment was proposed by the European Union.
Tama po ba yun, Dr. Francisco?
If these refer po to the 2022 na amendments po, ang nakalagay po dito ay pagdating po sa entry into force, pagdating naman din po sa public health response. But I fail po to see yung health documents din po na section.
Chairman Dan.
Pasensya. Ay, ano po, this refers din po to the...
No, Dr. Rufino, that is fair. Tiningnan mo, sinabi mo, wala kang nakitang gano'n na sinasabi ni Chairman Dan. So I think we need an explanation now.
Doc Rufino, you have to be precise on your answer, no? Because you are under oath, no?
There are yung amendments po that happened in 2022.
Oo.
And then there are, Chair Dan din po is correct also in saying that there is yung Article 36 din po, which is located dun po sa
Correct.
WGIHR.
So in either document or whether na-ratify 2022 or ngayon o kailan man yung amendment na yan, you confirm na there is such a section which says na effectively matatrack ang bawat individual based on that ano.
Congressman Roman Romulo, singit lang ako. In fairness naman kay Secretary Herbosa, he submitted a document. Ito yung sinabit niya doon sa mga amendments. And I would like to thank Secretary Herbosa for giving us yung 307 amendments narito. Actually, ito yung binabasa ko na nanggaling sa kanya. So, you have to clarify your answer. Kasi nga, yung boss mo, nagsubmit na nga. Nandito na yung article na sinasabi niya, Article 36. Dito sa Article 43, nilalagay, I would like to tell you, that sinasabi, the emergency committee, yung sila WHO, would be given sovereign authority over all nations. The amendment to Article 43 that were proposed by the African nation and seek to give the emergency committee the authority to overrule decisions made by sovereign nations. Ang bigat nito, ha?
Chair Dan? So, para klaro tayo, Chair Dan, ang source mo, Chair Dan, is the Secretary of Health.
Yes, this is
Yan ang source ng document
actually,
natin.
itong dokumentong to ay galing kay Secretary Herbosa. And that's the reason why I'm in a wondering, bakit hindi mo alam yung sinasabi mo samantalang yung secretary mo, sinabit sa amin. Ito, November 22, 2023.
Dr. Francisco,
Nung sinabit ni,
yan na.
signed by Secretary Herbosa.
So you confirm already, Dr. Francisco? Nandun sa amendments, that will be taken up or ratified or approved or whatever this may. That is correct.
May I clarify po?
Yes, sige
again
po.
Tama po si Chair Dan and si ang amin. Tama, isa lang din po yung nire-refer na these refer to the working group on IHR. Ito po yung first meeting po ng IHR. Opo. Yung sinabi ko po kanina.
Hindi, ang tinatanong ko lang, Chair, okay na kami. Baka hindi rin ako maliwanag. Ang tinatanong ko lang, do you confirm that that is part of the amendments? Yung binabanggit ni Chair Dan. Yun lang naman.
Chairman. Chair, ano lang with the indulgence of
yes, yes.
Kong Romulo. Anyway, patapusin mo natin siya kasi he confirmed during the first. Sabi mo, so may second pa. Please proceed, Chairman. Patapusin mo na natin kasi parang may ano yung data that was submitted to us by Secretary Bosa. Mukhang kinonfirm niya, but. Sige, please.
Yes. Dr. Rufino, please.
Yes po. Correct po yun na yung dun po sa Article 36, Certificate of Vaccination and or other prophylaxis po. Yes po, may nakalagay po dito na if I may
Yes.
verbatim po from the document of the working group on IHR, ito po yung first meeting. Number 3, other types or proofs of certificates may be used by parties to attest the holder's status as having a decreased risk of being the disease carrier, particularly where a vaccine or prophylaxis has not yet been made available for a disease in respect of which a public health emergency of international concern has been declared. Such proofs may include test certificates and recovery certificates. These certificates may be designed and approved by the Health Assembly according to the provisions set out for digital vaccination or prophylaxis certificates and should be deemed as substitutes for or be complementary to the digital or paper certificates of vaccination or prophylaxis.
Teka, Dr. Francisco, when you are reviewing all this, I assume doctor kayo, medical doctor, correct? In the bureau itself or the unit, do you have a lawyer with you when you review all these things? Para just in case may legal issue that comes up Kasi, syempre, di ka naman familiar sa mga data privacy law. Di ba? Meron tayong ganon. So, meron ba kayong abogado that is within your unit itself? That, meron ba within your unit?
For this po, we elevate to our legal service po.
Doc, Yusek Tayag, hindi ba parang may disconnect doon? Imagine, sa unit ni Dr. Francisco, they are asked to review very technical issues. And then pagdating doon po doon, meron legal implications. But you do not provide them with a lawyer in their own, parang wala silang assistance So at the end of the day, hindi na natin mabiblame si Dr. Francisco or si Dr. Roque because they look at it from the point of view of medicine, health, regulations. Ang kailangan nila, may kasama rin silang tumutulong na tumitingin rin ng legal implications.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. The review of these amendments as we get them through the Epidemiology Bureau does not only stop with them. So for this particular article, if there are implications to data privacy, this is referred to another office, that's the legal service, because they are now responsible for the data privacy. For cybersecurity,
Pero
it's
Yusek,
within honest management.
sorry Yusek, kasi I want to give time to others. But ikaw na rin siguro, kahit mamayang gabi po, o pagbalik mo sa DOH mamaya, isipin po ninyo yung sagot nyo sa amin ngayon. Napaka-rigorous po nung sistema. Imagine they will have to go through that system. Hindi ba dapat you make it easy for yung mga kawani ng gobyerno within your department that they are able to resolve issues at their level? Pero kung kailangan pa umakyat, kasi who will flag the issue? Hindi naman sila legal Ang point ko lang po, sana, baka hindi pa naman ngayon, but you will head the Public Health Bureau. Sana po you also consider, maybe you beef up also yung units with some, hindi na kailangan umikot-ikot pa yung papel kung saan-saan. Sana habang nagre-review sila, kasama na nila yung legal, para pwede nilang tanungin, meron bang problema dito? Meron bang, hindi na nagtatagal. Again, marami magtatanong, so shortcutting ko na to. Ito lang po. Can Yusek Tayag, can you assure us within 1 week's time also, you will provide this committee with a formal letter coming all the way from that specific unit that they have reviewed all amendments, whether in a special or in a regular meeting, and they find nothing wrong or nothing detrimental to the Filipinos or to the Philippines? Do you need more time for that? 2 weeks?
Okay, I'm going to confer with the Epidemiology Bureau Director and of course with this team. Okay, let's have a 2-week deadline, and if an extension is required, we will submit such application for extension, Your Honor.
Sige. Ang importante, Yusek Tayag, may deadline kayo. Sinabi ninyo, hindi natin sure kung yung May ba yan. Kailangan may desisyon na ang DOH by the time kung all the amendments are acceptable and not detrimental to Filipinos or the Philippines, or meron pa doon. Dapat po yun ang bottom line.
Okay.
Dapat before that amendment. And last na, Chairman Dan,
Yes.
Chair ako, sorry ito lang. Siguro, medyo na-bother na ako ng letter ng WHO sa atin
Yeah.
Because under I still recall my UP law days eh. Ang naalala ko po doon, ang power ng Kongreso galing sa konstitusyon eh. Wala namang limitasyon tayo doon eh. Pero dito po, sa second paragraph nung November 27, 2023 letter sa inyo, sinasabi sa atin ng WHO na hindi sila pwedeng pumunta sa atin. But then that policy overrides the Constitution. And that is what is bothersome. Maybe we should ask our own legal, kasi parang may mali po doon eh. Pagkaalala ko, sovereignty resides and emanates from the people of the Philippines, not from the policy of WHO. Secondly, Mr. Chair, both chairs, hindi naman natin sila pinapatawag para para indict or anything. We are inviting them precisely to shed light and inform this committee and its members on health regulation. So, hindi man tayo antagonistic eh. We're not. In fact, wala tayong ganun. So, siguro pwede pag-aralan ng committee para makareply naman tayo ng maayos dito sa representative ng WHO.
And that's the reason why, since there is a little debate on the constitution of the WHO and the Philippine Constitution, a while ago, Yusek Tayag proposes that he will be talking with the WHO representative and thereby having a conversation with us, not a formal investigation like this, but a meeting with them for us to find out those 307
Wait,
amendments.
Chair.
No,
We are not asking for permission.
Huh?
Ang sovereignty natin na sinosurrender natin to WHO.
Wait. Yes, you are correct there, Congressman Norman Romulo. But I'm not surrendering our sovereignty. What I'm trying to ask is to give them the chance. But if this chance that we are giving is not met by them, then we have to really react on
Mr.
this
Chairman.
committee. What I'm trying to propose is actually, what we're trying to talk about is the human violation, the human rights violation, sana. But we dwell on the WHO, which I discuss as well. But since yun yung violent reaction coming from the members, no, with regards to the sovereignty of this nation, I fully agree with all of you. But
Mr.
of course,
Chairman.
I'm just giving the chance sa kanila muna. After that, then we will decide.